So, Michelle,
Yeah.
you had quite a morning.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
you guess?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it not you've had better, more exciting mornings?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, name one.
Um, I don't know.
Why must you lie? Why
No, I
you always
have.
lying? What?
I don't know. Maybe the time that I dropped the vacuum on my foot and then I had to lay on the floor writhing in pain.
I mean, that sounds like classic Michelle.
Yeah.
And then there's the time the printer made you positive someone had broken into the house or was a
That
ghost or
was in the
something.
evening, not in the
Oh, that was in the
morning.
evening. I apologize. That's me not being a very good friend. I'm sorry.
I mean, why would you think it would be in the morning? Because, like, it's scarier in the evening. I'm sitting with my cat and then I just hear movement.
Well, that's
So,
exactly when you least expect it. So that's of course
true.
when it's coming.
True.
It's gonna get you. There was a scene last night I went to see a movie called
Mhm.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I cannot recommend enough that people go see it. It's very, very good. It's a science fiction drama family. I don't it's you're better off just going to see it. It's 2.5 hours long. It's worth it.
Mhm.
Trust me. And you'll like it because there's Asian people in it. I mean, it's about an immigrant family in America. The parents are from China, and ironically, a movie that possibly will never get released in China. It's like full of nothing but stuff China won't allow in movies, like nonstop. Time travel, heavy science fiction, positive attitudes toward homosexuality and Western thinking towards such things. But it's a very charming movie, but there's a scene. I wish I could tell it to you without spoiling anything, but there's a scene that made me think of you so much that I was like sitting there and I was like, I gotta, Michelle's gotta see this movie someday. Like you
Yeah.
have to. It's really pretty great. In some ways, the scene reminded me of you and I's friendship. In that I am annoyingly Pollyanna and you are you, and um, okay, it doesn't spoil it. Actually, if I had to think about it for a minute, how to describe it. Basically, there's a scene where um, the movie's about multiverses, lots and lots and lots of multiverses. That
Mhm.
doesn't spoil anything. That's very clear early on. So there's a part where there's a multiverse where there is no life at all. So if you jump into that multiverse, you just become the thing that the matter you would have become that would have become you was. So you just become like a rock or whatever. And
Mhm.
there's a great part where there's just two rocks because I'm not going to say anything about who the characters are because that would spoil things. But there's just two rocks and they're both just sitting there, and the way they communicate is just text on the screen. So like one rock has white text and one rock has black text. So the one
Mhm.
rock is like, "Isn't this cool?" And she's like, "I don't know. I just worry about things." It's like, "Shh, just be a rock." That's the best part about this place is just be a rock. But then after some big things happen, that would be big spoilers, but after some big things happen, the rock starts to become more fun. And the rock starts like coming toward the other rock, and it's like, stop moving. You can't do that. You're a rock. And the rock's just like, I'm gonna get you. And that made me think of, I don't know why, but that made me think of our friendship. The other rock was just like, I'm gonna get you. So I really do think you need to see it. Right now it's only in theaters, but I think when it comes out, I'm gonna get you a rental of it or something because I think you
Okay.
would really enjoy it. I know you would really enjoy it. It's a very good movie, make you cry. Um, so and I
Mhm.
made the mistake of saying, and I'm sure you have people like this, Michelle. I made the mistake of posting about it on Facebook. I love
Yeah.
hanging out on Facebook, but the one thing that pisses me off about Facebook, and I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure you've had this experience, are the people on your friends list who you may know vaguely or not, but
Mhm.
who literally never like or comment ever. And then after 4 years they'll comment just to say something negative about something you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand that. I can't stand that at all. Like, it really pisses me off. And I had somebody do that to my post about Everything Everywhere All at Once. They were just like, I found it really boring. I couldn't stay awake. Like, I was so bored when I left. And I was like, all right. I mean, I cried my eyes out like 3 times. I thought it was just like really great. And she was like, I never really got that. I don't get what all the hype is. So I literally just I just replied back, okay. Which is the best response when somebody wants to have a fight with you or an argument with you and you don't want to have an argument with them, is just say, okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. So that was just something worth mentioning real quick, because that movie was very, very good. And I think you would have, I really did think of you a lot, and not just because there were a bunch of Asian people in it and you love anime and stuff and Asian culture, but more so because of the temperament and the message. And the movie had a lot to say about being a Pollyanna. For those who don't know, a positive person, like a very, like an outwardly constantly positive person, that I
Mhm.
really appreciated, because most movies they don't really glorify being a Pollyanna. They kind of glorify being curmudgeonly to an extent, especially stuff like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's like, I'm not saying that they went out to glorify being like a curmudgeon or whatever, but they definitely make Rick super cool while being super smart and super mean a lot of the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
And usually people kind of laugh at the person who's always positive, and the movie really posits a different kind of understanding of being a Pollyanna that I really enjoyed. I thought
Oh,
it was a sorry.
sorry. No, no, you can keep going. I'm just dealing with gigs right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you were doing. So that's what's on my mind, is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
And I love that title. It took me a while to remember it perfectly, but now I got it down pat. So now that we're almost 8 minutes into the show, I can actually say what I was getting at the beginning, which is you had a very busy morning.
Yeah.
You
It's
found out
okay, gigs. It's
some news
okay.
that you weren't expecting,
Yeah.
and now your we discussed how to
I
phrase it, and
know.
now I can't
I
remember.
know.
Your employment is changing. Your employment
Mhm.
is going to change. It's going to
Mhm.
shift, and it's going to shift from having kind of a more traditional job, having a traditional job, to you're going to be leaning much more into going into business for yourself as a home inspector,
Mhm.
which I think is a good thing, because I think that that's what you need to be doing. I think that
Mhm.
you are good at home stuff. I know what you're thinking. You're like, home stuff, like, oh wow, he can't even be specific. No,
No,
I can't be specific, because you literally like houses.
that's not what I was thinking at all,
Oh, what were you
by the
thinking?
way.
Were you
I was
thinking like, oh, he
thinking,
gets me?
"No, there's no way you know that I'm good at home stuff. Nobody knows that. Everybody just thinks that, but you're wrong."
Okay, well, first of all, you're pushing in the wrong way, because that's not a fair statement. I believe that passion is more important. And the fact that that I've known you for like, oh gosh, I mean, over 10 years, and you've always been passionate about homes and houses. You've
Mhm.
always been passionate about them. You have a natural curiosity about structures, in particular houses. I haven't really heard you go on and on and on about a non-residential building.
They're just not as cool.
See? 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 You
I
nerd?
mean I mean, they're cool too. It's just, like I think houses are pure. Like when people are like, "Oh, that's an evil house or a bad house." It's like, that's not true. Houses can't be bad.
Who's
It,
saying a house is evil? Are you talking
you
about like the
know,
Amityville horror or something?
yeah, and like the Travel Channel when they're like, "Oh, an evil house."
We
No.
go to the
How
most evil houses in the world.
Yeah. There's no such thing as an evil house cuz houses are made with with only good things in mind, like just to shelter people.
Like even houses for slaves?
Um, I don't know. I
You're
mean, it's
like,
better than not having a house.
leave it to Henrik. He's always ready with the curveball. Anytime, anywhere. Curveball Kuto is here to save the day.
Yeah.
I apologize for that one. So, But no, I mean it. That's why I say I think you'll be good at home stuff, is because you are interested in houses. And I think that if you have a passion towards something, you're going to do an infinitely better job than somebody who's doing it just for the money.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm getting at. That's why I was supportive the entire time you were studying to become a home inspector. I was like, well, it makes perfect sense. Like, if you're not going to sell houses, I could just see you being involved in the sale of houses and the purchasing of houses, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
So, and I know that your career has been kind of at an impasse for a while now, for a lot longer than you would care to admit, I'm sure, because you had an opportunity and now you're not sure that opportunity is going to come to fruition.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of hard choices ahead. You got hard decisions about, are you going to try to make that partnership work, or are you going to go out into the world fully solo?
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not fully solo. You got gigs, you know.
She doesn't inspect houses.
She could. She just would have to
No!
want to.
No, she can't because she doesn't have all of her nose, and I don't want her to come in contact with dangerous things, and I don't know how to get a respirator mask for a cat.
First of all, I'm surprised you don't know how to get a respirator mask for a cat. I feel like that would have been one of the first things you would have figured out.
I literally don't think that there are any.
Well, I figured you'd be more afraid gigs would start chewing on drywall.
No, she doesn't eat drywall, she eats efflorescence, it's different.
What is efflorescence?
It's when water seeps through basically like masonry, like concrete and, bricks and stuff, and it, when it dries, it leaves like, the water comes through and it takes all the little salt guys with it, and then when it dries, it leaves the salt deposits on the other side of the wall,
Hmm,
and
okay.
so it's like white flaky stuff. But it's
Salty, flaky
basically
stuff.
yeah, it's basically salt, and she likes to eat it.
Do you have a lot of it at your house?
I have some in my basement. Yeah.
Ah, and gigs does
Sh
like the basement.
she just goes down there and licks it, so
That's good for her. It's good to have hobbies.
I mean, it's something I've always wanted to try, so I'm glad that one of us can.
One of us has the courage to try with efflorescence?
Yeah.
Efflorescence, okay. So, what was I gonna say? So, I do think though this is a good thing, and I know that you're skeptical, but I think that sometimes we in life we need that kick in the butt
Mhm.
to make a decision that may be hard or scary. And I've been there.
I know. I mean, it's not like I wasn't going to make the decision, though. It's not like I had any plans to not make the decision, so it's a little frustrating.
When were you planning on making the decision?
Oh, I was gonna wait until the end of this month, and then I was going to reach out to said person and be like, "Hey,
Oh,
I'm leaving you," basically.
I meant
Um
about the change of employment.
Oh, when I had when I had enough money coming in or any no, I'm not
It'll
no,
never
come
be enough
on.
money. That's the way it works.
That's not even words.
I mean,
Like,
no, no.
when there was like, a significant amount of money that I could be like, "Okay, let's do it." When it was like, there was money and then also, like, it started getting like, there were enough inspections that, like, I was having trouble scheduling them into the days that I was available,
Okay,
basically.
no, I actually I agree. I'm not just trying to be uh combative or whatever. That's not my goal. I just meant I've known you long enough to know how long you take to say leave a job,
Mhm.
you know? So that's my only point, was just that I know that it takes you a long time to get up and go. I don't
Yeah.
deny that, or I don't doubt that you would leave if and when, sorry, I'm dealing with some technical stuff. Uh I don't deny that you would up and leave when the time came, but I think that it might have taken a really long time.
I mean, I it's possible. It's really hard to tell. But I also don't think and I know that I usually take a really long time to quit, but I actually don't think that that's ever really hurt me.
I never said it
Um,
hurt you. Not at all. And I mean, and that wasn't what I was trying to get at. And I wasn't trying to like say, "Here's your goddamn flaw, Michelle. Let me tell you how to fix your life." That wasn't what I was getting at. I just it's not a criticism. It's just an observation. Is that
Mhm.
you hang tight for quite a while. Real quick, David Denoyer sent me this, and now don't you feel stupid?
No, I already know about that. In fact, that picture is saved on my computer, so
It is a photo of a kitty with a mask over its entire head with eye holes cut out.
there's no way that works. See, that's not gonna work
Why wouldn't it work?
because those holes make it not functional. Also, that mask is not gonna prevent her from getting all the mold and sicknesses in the crawl
It needs
space.
to be a N95.
I wanna get her a P100
Ooh, look at
respirator.
you.
Yeah.
P100. Okay, okay. Well, so I'm not. My point is just that you're going to be highly motivated now, and at
Mhm.
least I mean, but then that's a positive. So I'm not saying that you need to look at me and go, Henrik, you're right. I'm glad this thing happened. That's not what I expect at all. But
Mhm.
I do think that there's a lot of good that can come from this. I really do.
Yeah.
You got nothing?
No, not really.
I just I that's all I wanted to say. I mean, when I got fired from my job, I was terrified. I remember crying my whole drive home,
Mhm.
and but I got up afterward and just kind of made it work. You know, I put myself out there and started trying to earn money in a new way.
Mhm.
Well, in a new way ish, you know, in a more intensive way. Because
Yeah.
when I got let go from my day job, I really wasn't making much money in movies. I just wasn't losing money in movies anymore, which is a huge step forward. If you know anything about being an independent filmmaker, if you can
Mhm.
make it not a liability, you're a pretty big winner. Um, but I just remember like for a solid day, I really felt like my life was fucked.
Yeah.
And then I realized that it was up to me. And I think as choices for arbiter of my well-being go, I'm going to choose me over anybody else. And I think you should always choose you over anybody else cuz you got a good head on your shoulders, Michelle.
Hmm. It's debatable.
How's it debatable? Give one
It takes
counterpoint.
um, I don't know.
Come on, Michelle, explain how you're stupid because I
I
don't
just
buy it.
I am really, really stupid, and I don't know. Um, I don't know.
What? You're not stupid.
Yeah, I am.
You've done a really good job with your life.
I don't think so,
Why not?
'cause I haven't. I don't there's no reason to think that I've done a good job.
What? That's so bizarre to me. You've done a great
Sorry.
job.
No.
You have a beautiful home. You have a very sweet, almost wholly intact cat. You're a fiercely creative person. Your comics are super good. I love reading them. I still listen to your music even though we're friends, you know. I still listen to your music like we're not friends. Like I just listen to it cuz I like it. The only difference is now it makes me think of our friendship, so that which is a
Mhm.
nice bonus. But there's no world where you're a failure to me. I don't get that at all.
Well, thanks.
You've also done a good job of maintaining yourself, of being you. And I don't I a lot of people would be very jealous of that.
But at what cost?
I mean, what does it cost you?
Probably, like, a normal career
Do you
and
want a normal
life.
career?
No, but I wish that I did.
I don't think that's how expectations work. I don't think you can be mad that you don't want a thing and didn't get it.
No. You don't understand.
I'm listening.
It would be good if I was more normal, but I don't know how to do that. but it would be good.
You could absolutely pretend to be something you're not. You're
Yeah.
underestimating yourself. It would not be difficult.
No.
All
It's
you have to do is
yeah, it
look
would.
all you have to do is look to the person next to you and be like them. That is
There's
literally how
nobody
you do it.
here.
Well, not in your house. I meant, in the world. But that's the truth. Lots of people follow and do what they're told, and not just directly, but in societally.
Mhm.
And as a big old weirdo, I can tell you how many people express to me that they're kind of jealous that they didn't be more maybe true to themselves. And that's not to say that everybody who's s- I hate to use the term average because nobody's truly average. I think that's, it's a really unfair point, but it's also the only word that really fits for just a person who kind of somewhat fits in.
Mhm.
Because every time you see somebody with, like a crew cut, wearing a button up, doing a jobby job, they're probably like super into manga or something. It's a secret, but it's not really a secret. It's just most people don't follow them home and see all the
Mm.
weird pictures of girls with their tongues out and their eyes crossed. So, but I'm serious though. I meet a lot of people who tell me, I wish that and I don't take this as an insult. I wish that I was brave like you to like
Mhm.
just dress the way I want and say the things I think. And I never take that as anything other than a very, very thoughtful compliment,
Mhm.
because that is a thoughtful compliment. It isn't
Yeah.
always easy to just be yourself. It's not easy at all. But part of, in my opinion, and this is one of the reasons, because I don't buy, this about me, but maybe some people who are listening to this don't. I don't buy this whole adulthood shit that people, oh, I gotta go adult. I got an adult now. Like, oh, I hate being an adult. I don't buy that. I don't. Now, don't get me wrong. Paying taxes sucks a big dick, and I hate it. But I don't buy that. To me, being an adult is doing difficult things. And the easy thing to do is to conform. The easy thing to do is to do what's expected of you always. What's hard to do is to break others' expectations because you care about your own expectations of yourself.
Yeah.
And no matter how many other people you make happy, at the end of the day, it's just you with yourself. It's true. We all die alone. I mean, maybe with
Yeah.
some passengers in the car, but we all die alone at the end of the day. No, but we to an extent we all die alone. And there's a saying I always like, because you meet a lot of people who want to run away from a problem.
Mhm.
They're positive, oh, I just need to reset my life. I'm going to move to this place or that place or whatever. And it's almost always a place that everybody moves to do that, by the way, which is really obnoxious, because I couldn't imagine most of the people I know who are so obnoxious. They're like, I have to move in order to find myself. Like, I'm going to go to Portland. I'm like, God, if
Mhm.
Portland is full of people like you just searching for themselves, I would not enjoy hanging out there very much.
Yeah.
It sounds like it would be obnoxious. But there's a saying I've always loved, which is no matter where you go, there you are.
Mhm.
So you, Michelle, one of the reasons I believe that we get along so well is I do believe, whether you know it or not, follow a very similar lifestyle that I do, which is I would like to be a good friend to myself. That doesn't mean that you were succeeding every day, or even many times a week that we're
Mhm.
succeeding, but that's kind of the goal I have personally. And one of the reasons I try to be honest with myself and I try to be who I would like to be. Because when it's Thursday night and nobody is here and I'm just sitting and watching television, I want to like the person I'm on the couch with.
Yeah. I didn't
What?
get any cookies.
You didn't
Why?
get any cookies?
No.
What are you talking
Sorry.
about? Do you
I
want
just
cookies?
remembered that I went to the store and I didn't buy everything I was supposed to buy. I'm sorry.
What are you missing?
Cookies
Just
and
cookies? And
tortillas.
tortillas? What kind? Corn or
Yeah.
flour?
Flour.
Oh, I guess that's okay. I guess.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I totally derailed your
No, I
thing.
mean, it was weird, but no, you're fine. You're fine. My point is that it's important to be yourself for yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, how many people how many tragedies in life come from a denial of self?
I don't know.
Lots. Lots of tragedies come from a denial of self. Not being able to be who you wanna be is a curse. It really, really is. So god damn it, that's why I'm proud of you, and that's why I would never doubt that you are a success, because
Thanks.
I have watched you never compromise where it matters in all the time I've known you, and where it matters to you. So, I don't know why, you have these weird fantasies that you just wish you were somebody else, where you just wish that you had other goals. And I mean, I get like that sometimes too. Sometimes I'll be like, why couldn't I just be okay with like a thing?
Mhm.
Why do I need to spend my whole life chasing? But you know what? If you're not going to spend your whole life chasing, I mean, like, it's your life to do what you want with it. If chasing makes you happy, you should chase. Chase the things that matter. Don't chase the things that don't matter. Because one day you'll wake up and you'll realize, oh, I've spent all this time only worrying about the things that don't matter.
Mhm.
When what you should have been worrying about was like manga and watching anime with subs and not dubs, and the good stuff, the important things in life, right? I like how I pick on
Okay.
you. I like how I pick on you. It's like, meanwhile, Henrik has a full Amityville horror home video poster collection, because I only deal with what really matters. But
I, like,
yeah,
only have one anime poster. Like,
well, then we got to send you one. What do you want? I'll get you one.
no. No.
No,
No,
are you
I don't
sure?
wanna. Mhm.
I mean, because I will.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of cookies were you gonna get anyway?
I don't know. I was just gonna go to the store and I was gonna find cookies because
Like
I ran out of
chocolate
cookies.
chip, or
I don't know why this is relevant.
I'm because I'm hungry?
I don't I don't know. I might not have even been cookies. I just wanted, like, a dessert thing.
A dessert thing, a desert thing. I can't ever tell the difference between dessert and desert. I don't know about you, but I struggle.
You don't know how many the S's you're supposed to put in it?
It's like banana. I just keep adding an, and like I never end it. Like it just never ends. If you ask me to spell banana, it's never gonna end.
So, with dessert, it has 2 S's because you want more dessert? That's how you remember it.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Well,
It's the same thing with dinner as opposed to diner.
diner. Oh,
Dinner has
dinner.
2
That one's
N's.
easy because I feel like I can really hear the extra N in dinner.
Okay.
But with dessert versus desert,
Yeah.
does I kind of hear the two S's vaguely, but maybe I just want to be difficult. Did you think about that? Did you
I
think
don't
about that?
know. Kinda.
Well, I don't know. I just want you to know that you're loved and that I see you.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I know that many times when you and I have had even vaguely heated conversations about life or whatever, I always get to turn you in on yourself because you made the mistake of letting me get to know you. So so I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm sorry that I always turn you on you.
It's
So
okay.
what's an anime poster that would make you happy?
No!
I'll get you an anime poster.
No, no, because I have to decide. It would have to be a good poster for whatever it is, and maybe that thing doesn't have a good poster, and maybe that's why I don't have a poster for it.
I mean, that could be, I
Yeah, that
suppose.
sounds like that's the reason.
Hmm. I don't know. Sounds made up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you could use an anime poster. What do you want? What kind of anime poster? Let's find you one.
No, I don't want
Do we
to.
need to go on Amazon?
No, they don't really have any good ones.
I mean, that's even better, right? Bad anime posters is even better than good anime posters, right?
I mean, not if you wanna put it in your house, it's not. No.
A meme posters.
You know, when you look up anime posters, if you just look up anime and then the thing that you want, you always get bad things.
You're like, if you look up anime, you always get bad things. How about Demon
Yeah.
Slayer poster, huh?
No.
Ooh, Alan, I apologize, Alan. We weren't looking at the chat very much.
I
Um,
was, but I was being nice and not saying
he
anything.
commented, "Spoken truth, my friend. Shoot, I will send her one too. Hey, we could all team up and get you some anime posters."
You guys
So,
don't wanna do that.
and then he said you should get an original Akira poster. You like
Yeah.
Akira, right?
I don't know, not really.
Andrew Shearer. Hey, Andrew, I haven't seen you in here before. He said, "Love y'all. You're amazing, Michelle, and I have videotape to prove it." I mean, he does.
Thanks.
Ooh, what about Ninja Scroll?
Oh.
You don't like Ninja Scroll?
Hmm.
Why don't you like fun
I don't
anime?
I don't like anything, so it'd be really hard to get me something.
Well, I'm sorry. Wait, what? I mean, I know you like Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
I know you like uh Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Oh, did I look? I didn't look up poster. Dr. Stone poster. Ooh, look how
Mm,
ripped he is.
that's see, I don't like them.
You don't like the what about the one with even less with less abs?
I can't really see it, it's tiny.
Well, that's life. Okay, I'll click on it. See?
Yeah,
He's
but I
half
will
stone and
no.
he's got a science speaker.
Yeah.
What? I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah,
I mean, don't you I'm just saying, Michelle, that I accept you as the weeb that you are, and I believe you can do very great things.
thanks.
I'm sorry that sometimes your brain lies to you and tells you you're not good because you are very, very good.
Thanks, though.
I mean that. You're a great friend, and I'm very thankful to have you in my life. And I'm very thankful that you sat down with me like 115 times to do stupid podcasts and live streams.
Yeah.
What?
No, I
Just
don't
like,
know.
but I do think that I've been saying since you started taking home inspection instruction that I feel like that's just obviously where you need to end up is you
Mhm.
need to end up working for yourself.
Yeah.
So here you are, on your way.
I mean, we'll see. It could just really, really not work out at all, and then I have to do something else that's bad, like normal.
Ah, you, I don't think you're going to fail because in order for you to fail, you have to quit.
Yeah, but what if you have to quit because you don't ever get any home inspections?
I mean, that would be bizarre.
I don't know. I
You
don't have
just
any
have
home
to,
inspections right now.
yeah, but you haven't been looking at all.
Well, someone's supposed to be doing that for me.
Yeah, and maybe it's time that it becomes you.
Yeah.
I mean, have I talked to you about the movie Alive
I
before?
don't know.
Do you know what the movie Alive is?
No.
It's about that soccer team that got stranded in the Andes and had to
Oh, yeah,
start
we did
eating each
talk
other.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of that movie and one of my favorite parts of the true story
Mhm.
is they had a radio that was busted and all they could do was listen. They couldn't broadcast.
Mhm.
And every day they heard the news about how they were being looked for.
Mhm.
They were sending search parties everywhere to find the soccer team. And then one day they announced they weren't looking anymore.
Yeah.
And everybody was super sad except one guy, the guy who ended up kind of leading the group. Because he said, "Well, this is good." And people were like, "How can you say this is good?" And he said, "Because now it's up to us. Now we're not going to sit around and wait for somebody to come and rescue us. Now we're going to get ourselves out of this
Mhm.
because now we're the only ones responsible." I think that that's an important life lesson and that's something to take to heart in anything you do. Is if it's up to you, you can accomplish it. You can.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I've watched you accomplish so many things. Did you think you would have a beautiful house by now?
I don't know.
I mean, you're on your second house. I mean, not that you own two houses, but you're on you bought a house and then you sold that house and bought a nicer house
Uh-huh.
because you made a plan and you stuck with it.
Mhm.
And that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
You wanted those damn high ceilings that I'm so jealous
They're
of.
not high, they're just normal height
They're not
ceilings.
normal height
They're like
ceilings,
8
Michelle.
feet.
Can you touch them without standing on a chair?
No, because they're normal.
They're not. How high are your ceilings?
Like 8 feet, they're like
That is
8-foot
not normal.
ceilings.
My
Yes,
house's ceiling is like barely over 7 foot.
that's crazy.
I can like get on my tippy toes and touch my ceiling. I'm just saying you have high. I'm not saying you have cathedral ceilings. I'm saying you have high ceilings. I
Okay.
wish that I had high ceilings. That was
You
all I
can
was
have
getting.
high ceilings. You have an
I,
attic, right?
I guess I could like just bust through. And
Yeah, and just make them higher.
man, if I could afford to, I would. At least in one bedroom. In the bedroom I take photos, my photo studio. I'd love to have
Mhm.
high ceilings so I could fit all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead, I just photograph people on their knees so that I can get the height of the light.
Really?
And then sometimes,
Huh.
if there's like a really specific type of headshot somebody wants with a very specific type of lighting, sometimes they have to stand on their knees so that I can get the light up in the right space and snap
Mhm.
their picture. You'll never notice.
Yeah.
So, because the background's just a big blob of gray anyway. No one will ever know.
Yeah.
If you're worried about work, Michelle, you can always come and co-host this cartoon show I'm going to do with me.
We're not gonna make any money.
Ouch.
Oh, I didn't
Thanks.
mean it like that. I
Uh-huh.
don't think.
Uh-huh. What did you mean it like then?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's hurtful.
I'm
Uh
sorry.
I for the few of you listening, I think I'm not 100% yet, but I'm pretty close to 100% that I'm going to do a children's show and try to get it released on Tubi
Release.
where I'm going to host old cartoons. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm really considering doing it. You can be my co-host.
No one will want me to talk to children
Why not?
because I don't know how to talk to them.
How do you usually talk to a child?
I run away.
And then they chase after you like a rabid dog?
Uh-huh.
That sounds about right. You have the perfect deal or not deal breaker icebreaker with children, which is just like hi, and the kid's like hi, and you're like you can touch my hair, and they're like yes, and that's pretty much, and then they like you.
That they don't do that, really.
They don't.
No.
Kids don't want to touch your hair. Does it scare them? Are they afraid?
No, they just don't really care.
Oh, I mean, at least they're polite. Do children just look at you and go, "I'm indifferent to you," like right in your eyes,
Yeah.
and then they just walk away
Uh-huh.
and into the void?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I won't make you host. You could have been Auntie Chell because it's gonna be Uncle
Mm.
Henny, so you could have been Auntie Chell,
Yeah.
which is now what my dogs are gonna call you if they spoke English, which they don't.
Oh. Oh.
You're Auntie Chell to them now. Not that they, yeah. I mean, they're never gonna say it, but all they
That's
occasionally
nice,
say is
though.
barking. Even that's not even that much anymore.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Henwolf still barks quite a bit. Chicano's a little instigator. Every now and then he'll start barking to get
Mm.
her all riled up, and then he'll stop barking, and he'll be like, "Look what a good dog I am." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" Literally, literally. His mom was a female dog. So I'm sorry that you're having a hard time, and
Thanks.
change is really difficult. I had posed out I to the live people, but it seems like the stream's kind of low power today.
Yeah.
Um but you know, I'd love to hear if anybody who's listening has an example of a big change in their life that they were scared of that turned out okay, hopefully. We got Ray Mattis commented, the only children I like are of the corn. He who walks the rows. Have you ever seen those Children of the Corn movies?
No.
They're good. I mean, once you get to part 6 and 7, they're pretty bad. But
Hmm.
I like them because Children of the Corn 1, 2, and 3 are just kind of like they're fun and they kind of follow a certain mythos or whatever. And then Children of the Corn 4 and 5 are just like, anyway, here's some teenagers in a cornfield. They're all getting killed now. Oh, Paul Lee just said, I'm doing one right now. 50-second episode drops this week. Cartoons for 4 hours on Saturdays. So you're hosting
That's cool.
cartoons? That's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to put together a package of hosted cartoons and sell it kind of like popcorn fodder, because popcorn fodder's ended up being a decent seller. I mean, it's not doing insane business, but it's getting a lot of viewership. And I thought maybe I could do something in the kids section.
Hmm.
That might be fun. Also, I look like a walking, talking, breathing cartoon anyway, so why not? I had no idea you host cartoons. Where do you host them? Do you do it on Tubi or where are you doing it? Because I haven't seen a lot of hosted content on there. That's one of the other reasons I've been like, I bet I could do something like that over there. So, Michelle, tomorrow, when you
Hmm.
wake up, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I have to have breakfast.
And that's it.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I have to also feed gigs.
Let's see. Oh, we got a comment from Ray Mattis. I don't think it cut his comment off, but maybe it did. But it says, ooh, I do. I went through 7 years of college, 3 damn degrees to be a good cop. The summer I graduated, I got flung from a car and lost my sense of smell. Guess what? No cop jobs now.
Because you can't smell?
Uh, then he says, but I got back on my feet and am doing well, taught for a while and trained security officers to name a few gigs. Ray's a cool guy and a very talented musician. Oh, Patty's in the chat. Hi, Patty. Patty Stevens is in there. We've been talking about heavy things today. I've made Michelle cry. She probably hoped that the webcam was too low quality to show her tears. I totally saw them.
I know. I could tell because I could see them. So I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a dead giveaway.
yeah.
So Michelle is going through a major life change, a change in somewhat of a change in employment, and going to be leaning into being self-employed. And I encourage all of you to throw your support to Michelle because she is a damn good person, a damn talented human being, and a damn good friend. And if you guys want to buy her anime posters on Amazon, just let me know. We can order her the worst anime posters possible,
Oh,
because that's what she said she wanted.
no.
She was like she just wants like, just like but like ooh, mango wall art decal. Oh, Patty
Thanks.
said Michelle is awesome. Oh, Ray Mattis also commented. He said, "Yeah, no cop jobs in Pennsylvania without a sense of smell. Can't smell alcohol on a driver's
Oh,
breath, a meth lab, etc."
you don't gotta smell a meth lab. You just there's equipment in there, right?
I mean, I think it would be safer to be if you smelled the meth lab. Look, we could get you this.
I don't know what that. It's a
It's a
wall
12 by
scroll.
36 wall art decor poster.
No.
I mean, look, it's got Dr. Stone on it.
Yeah.
Look how happy he is. He's science.
Yeah, he's science.
Science. Science. I didn't mean to click on that again. But no, damn it, Michelle. I know that you're not going to just like instantly feel better or something, but I want you to know that, I'm here for you. And a lot of people think you're smart and good.
I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure that that is true. Anyone who's listening to this not live can send an email to thisshowis.awkward@gmail.com. Let Michelle know you think she's awesome. There aren't a ton of listeners of this show, but a lot of people like you, Michelle.
that's because they don't know me.
If they knew you, what would they find out?
They would find out that I'm not likable.
What makes you not likable?
I don't know. Probably most of the things about me.
Like what?
I don't know.
Patty's right. She said, "Be kind to yourself, Michelle."
But if I'm not mean to myself, who's gonna be mean to me?
I mean, if that's an actual problem you have in life, I would like that problem, please, like as soon as
Oh.
possible. Uh-oh, David said something. It's probably bad. He said, "It's completely understandable to be nervous about breaking away from current employment situations. It took me about 10 years to find my place and lots of trial and error, but once you find a place you feel valued, you value and love yourself more." Um, that's a pretty good point for
Mhm.
Dave. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So we both know, Michelle, that you're not built to be in the straight world, right? We both know
I
that, right?
I mean, I've been doing it though, right?
Yeah, very
So
well.
so I don't know,
And
maybe I
very well.
am. Maybe this is all that I can do.
No, that's not how that works. You can do it. That doesn't mean that that's what you want. What you want does matter, Michelle.
No, not if it doesn't work, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Failure is an even better thing. Failure means trying, and trying means living. Craig Cohen commented, "You're cool, Michelle, and I sing lines from your songs often, like, not that any of it matters, but I'm all right."
Thanks.
Why don't you sing it, Michelle? Go on.
No.
Acapella for everybody.
No.
But I think this is going to be a great thing for you.
Thanks.
So, but no, don't get me wrong though. I think it's going to be scary, for sure. But I mean, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't scared at the way I make a living.
Mhm.
I'm terrified. I'm buying a house this year. I'm terrified.
It's gonna
Eve-
be okay.
Thank you. I wasn't like averting. I was trying not to burp into the microphone.
Oh.
That's why I made that look of like, no, thank you for saying that. I do appreciate it. I'm trying my best to be strictly positive. Um, Oh, Patty said, "I was listening to the show last week about Henrik clipping dog toenails. Just so you know, I recently accidentally clipped my dog's toenail down too far and it bled. I
Mm.
have this powder on hand that stops the toe from bleeding. It's called
Yeah.
Stipic powder.
Mhm.
Stipic powder. Sorry, I have to close it down to read the rest of it.
Mhm.
I have this powder that stops the bleeding just in case. It was the first time I clipped down too far, and I've been doing his nails for a long time. No, I appreciate the suggestion. I might buy some of that, but the super glue works just as well, and probably doesn't burn quite as much. Um, but you do have to sit there because I've used a Stipic pencil on my face when shaving to stop
Oh.
bleeding instantly. It's just a stick of it, and you wet it and then rub it, and it burns like a goddamn son of a bitch. But then it stops. It stops bleeding, pretty quickly. David said, "I think it's a perfect time for her to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, like you mentioned." Well, I mean, if I thought I could get Michelle to go to the movie theater, I would buy her a ticket. What if
Yeah,
I
I'm not
what
gonna
if I
do
bought
that.
the ticket so that my money will go to waste if you don't go?
Um, uh, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could give it to somebody else.
Who? Who would you give it to?
I don't know. There's people.
No, there aren't.
I could just go and be like, here you go. Here's a ticket."
I'll call ahead and say that this woman is going to be here scalping tickets,
Oh,
and then
no.
they'll chase you off for doing that.
So I can't go. Uh, you don't know where I'm gonna go to give the person a ticket. I don't have to go to the movie theater. I could just go to a place where people have cars and be like, "Here you go."
And be like, "Here's your ticket," and they're like, "Oh God," and they're like, "Oh, it's a movie ticket."
Yeah.
I thought you were the most undercover cop ever. Uh,
Yeah, I'll just, like, stand by someone's car, and I'll look like I'm writing something, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, I was just gone for, like, an extra minute," and I'll just hand them the ticket to the yeah.
okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. Um, yeah, David said it'll hit streaming in May probably. Sounds about right. So, well, Michelle, I do think you're going to be all right.
Thanks.
And I think that I can speak for everybody who's hanging out with us right now when I say that we're all looking forward to your progress.
Thanks.
So, I think that's very, very accurate that we're all, I mean, chat room, sound off. Are we all looking forward to Michelle's
No.
progress? Because I am looking forward to Michelle's progress. So, I am. Excuse me. I did not get a drink before the show.
Yeah.
So I'm having a little bit of a hard time with my voice. Ray Mattis said, absolutely. And Ray's a buddy to have. He lives not far from you. He's a good dude. Next time I come and see you, me and Ray are going to get together, probably while you're working or something. Freddie Morris said, you go, Michelle. Freddie's a good dude. I think that's the Freddie I know. I'm pretty sure it's the Freddie I know. The I could be crazy though, but I think that's the Freddie Morris I know. Freddie's a cool dude. Wow, a lot of people are chiming in. Patty Stevens said, Michelle, I went from working fast food and retail to working for a major law firm. I was there for 10 years. I never thought in a million years I would be working for a law firm. I never underestimate yourself.
Thanks.
Craig Cohen said, yes, muscle growth, progress. And then, Kristen Picone said, I just joined, so I don't know what we're talking about, but progress is good. Yay, progress. We're talking. It's good to see you, Kristen. Freddie Moore says, it is. And they said, you're not crazy. Okay. I just want to make sure, because like all of a sudden I was like, wait, I don't recognize the profile picture. And maybe this is like a different Freddie Morris, because I'm sure there's at least two. But Freddie's a cool guy, works, has a really cool podcast. And I think he just released a music album, or was it a single? I'm sure he'll chime in for me in a minute, but he released some music piece. I'm pretty sure. Do you know the name Michelle Sekou? Sekou? That sounds like a Japanese name.
Can you spell that again?
Sekou.
I don't know.
I just thought it was an interesting name. Freddie Moore said, I have released a single. Well, tell us what it is so people can check it out. Tell everybody where they can check it out. I mean, there may only be 10 of us hanging around, but hanging out with each other, but we're all kind and giving people. And for Kristen, who just tuned in, Michelle's having a bit of a life change and a change in employment, and she's going to be going all in on being self-employed and going all in for herself. And I could not be more proud of her, because she is a talented, skilled human being. And not only that, she's kind, and kindness is so important. And I don't know why you look at me like that's crazy that I think you're kind. Freddie Moore said, Grave Dance instrumental, part of some self-care. Yeah, I saw that seemed like you were dealing with some stuff, Freddie. I hope you're feeling better. And I'm definitely going to check it out. Grave Dance instrumental. And he said, search me on Apple Music and or Spotify. I'm doing the same thing, Michelle. Oh, wow, Freddie, you're going in on yourself. What, pardon me. Are you going all in on the podcast, or are you doing another endeavor? I would love to know, Freddie. And while we're waiting on that response, Michelle, I need you to do me a favor. Michelle, over here.
What? Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Which is what you're not supposed to do. Michelle, I need you to go, hold on. What is this? I need you to go outside to your table.
I can't, because I have my headphones on.
You gotta go outside to your table.
Fine.
So what she doesn't know, guys, is I DoorDashed her all the groceries she was looking for. So she should have more than enough goodies to make her smile. So that was my decision I wanted to do while we were working. So that's why I was so rudely on my phone the whole time, was I was actually getting her groceries ordered from DoorDash. So hopefully they got her everything that she was needing, because she's a damn good friend and I want to do nice things for her. And if you're watching this, you should do something nice for somebody you love, because it always pays dividends. It always makes you happy. Hey, there's Michelle.
Thank you.
What happened?
I don't know. Somebody left food there. So I tracked them down and I gave it back.
You were like, wait, come back, Sekou. That's who delivered your food, was Sekou.
Oh, okay.
So did you check what's all in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it everything you need?
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, you didn't have to, though.
I know. I don't have to do anything but pay taxes. And even that I'm debating emotionally. So,
yeah.
Freddie Morris said he's going to do Night of the Living podcast and music, and he's going to lean in on his for his living. Well, Freddie, I just want you to know, even though this show is about saying nice things to Michelle, I just want you to know, number one, Freddie, you absolutely can do it. You have a very good support system, and now with your focus, it's only going to grow more. And if there's anything I can ever do to help, let me know. You know, I'm always happy to do whatever I can, from one podcaster and creative to another podcaster and creative. I am totally, totally down. In fact, I just, my new TV series, well, new to everyone now, Boggy Creek, the series, executive produced by Fred Olin Ray, just dropped on Tubi TV. So if you ever need a guest to fill in a slot or something to talk about whatever, you just call me up, or to just, show any kind of support. I just wanted to say that because I like Freddie. He was very kind to me when I was doing my Babysitter Massacre Kickstarter. He was kind enough to do an entire podcast just interviewing me to promote it. Very, very kind.
That's very
So,
nice.
and
yeah,
I try to be a supporter of his show too. So I hope he's that, brother. I would totally do whatever you need if I can. Patricia said, Michelle reminds me of my friend Rose, personality wise, and even kind of sounds like her. So was she in a horrible accident, or that's what I feel like Michelle's wondering. Oh, and then people are responding to because I told everybody what I did. So they're saying like, "Aw," and Kristen Picone said, "Nice," and Freddie Morris said, "You're a sweetheart, Henrik." I try. You guys are gonna make me cry. Patricia said, "You're a great friend, Henrik. Thank you." Freddie Morris responded a bunch of hearts, and then he said, "What project or projects are you working on, Michelle?"
I think you just probably meant like why, like what am I doing that's gonna earn money, maybe, and stuff. Which is I'm just leaning into home inspection. So
But for those who are not familiar with Michelle's very passionate about houses. So I think this is actually a phenomenal fit for you. Maybe even a little bit better than being like a realtor or something. Although that's still possible. You could still become a realtor or something later.
No.
I'm not saying you will. I was just saying you could potentially.
Please not. I don't want to sell houses. I don't want to sell bad houses,
You
even
just
though
want to
there
look
aren't
at them.
any. Yeah.
You just want to go, man, this house is good, or man, this house is bad. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, and be like, look at all these problems, and everyone's like, oh no, and I'm like, but it's so cool. There's a hole here.
This hole is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, also tell Freddie where you can read your new comic. You do have a comic that you're publishing pages for like every week.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a comic on either Webtoon or Tapas, depending on like where you like to get your web comics.
Mhm.
And it's called At the End of Everything, and it's on Webtoon it's under Canvas. If you're looking for it.
Wait, so Webtoon at the end of everything, right?
Mm-hmm. But good luck finding it.
Well, I'm finding it.
Gigs, if you want to come up, you can.
God. What is she doing? She's doing her own thing.
She wants me to pick her up. But I can't.
Well, I was gonna copy and paste a link, but it looks like that's actually harder to do than I was hoping.
Yeah.
Where's the share button? Well, if you go to webtoons.com and type in At the End of Everything, you'll find it under Canvas. Oh, I should have been showing the screen. There we go.
Oh.
So if you type in At the End of Everything, when you go to webtoons.com, you'll find right there Canvas. There it is. You guys should really check it out because Michelle's put a lot of effort into it and made a really, really cool comic.
Thanks.
Freddie Morris said, "That's awesome. We need good, honest people doing home inspections. Love comics. I'll check out At the End of Everything."
Thank you.
Oh gosh, it's Gigs. Gigs is like, I saw you were crying, so I thought I'd give you my butt because I'm a cat. So that's like what I have to offer is butt.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Picone said, "The plumbing is shot, but look at the detailing in these Wainscoting. How do you say that? Wainscoting tiles?
Yeah.
Wainsc- I mean, that's a good example.
Yeah, it'd be more like, "I know you like the wainscoting, but check out all these plumbing problems."
I don't like how positive the home inspector is about the problems. Oh man, this is so cool. There's water in every wall.
Yeah.
So, but you see, Michelle, a lot of people think you're really nice and awesome, and some of these people have even know you vaguely. So,
I
I
mean,
Michelle has a bad case of cattail in the face.
yeah.
Keith Tomlin just commented, "Follow your passion. I can imagine how you feel about houses. As an amateur cabinet maker, I find it difficult to resist looking at how other people's kitchen cabinet drawers and doors are constructed." Makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I love like anything you love. It's good to be around it.
Mhm.
Patricia said, "Get her, kitty." I think Gigs is saying that it's time for you to do something nice for yourself.
I think Gigs wants me to do something nice for her.
Well, I mean, that's nice for you though. Ray Mattis just commented, "My house has a cute and colorful front door. I guess you could say it's adorable." Oh, Michelle. So, um, I just need you to know that I think you're a fucking champion.
Thank you.
And you're not just smart, but you're tough. You
I'm
are
just
totally tough.
blush.
Just because you cry doesn't mean you're not tough. Crying
Okay.
just means you feel stuff. That doesn't mean that you don't react to it properly. You're
Yeah.
you're very brave.
Thanks.
So, I have no doubt that you'll be successful, and anything I can ever do for you, you just call me on the phone.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Anytime. Cuz you know what? You did it for me. You did it for me. You were there for me all the time you've been there for me for every scary moment of my career. Let
I
alone some of the
guess.
darkest times of my normal life too. So, that's all I have to say about that. Sorry I made you cry more. Uh, Kristen Picone said, "You'd love my parents' house, built in the 1700s, doors that lead to nowhere and everything."
Wow. They should have made those leads somewhere.
I've always wanted, Michelle? I've always wanted to have a home that had secret passageways. That's like a dream.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, you could make them.
I mean, I've thought about like how hard it would be to like make it a bookshelf that like goes into my photo studio or something so it
Mhm.
looks like the
That'd be
walls just
cool.
end and then you open.
Yeah.
But Ray Mattis commented, "Yup, I know for a fact that Chuck Norris ain't got shit on Michelle."
Thanks.
So to wrap it up today, because I'm getting kind of tired, my voice is getting kind of tired, and I think you're gonna run out of tears if we're not careful. We have to really like pace ourselves.
Yeah.
I want you to go enjoy those cookies I sent you, and I want you to enjoy those tortilla I sent you. I hope they're okay. I got you taco size. Actually, I think I got
Mhm.
you taco and burrito size.
Yeah, I don't yeah,
I think I
you
got you
yeah.
both. Because well, I was paranoid. Also, I get a discount on delivery if I buy a certain amount of stuff. So
Oh,
I bought more
yeah.
than the original plan because I'll
Mhm.
be damned if I pay $6 for nothing. I'd rather pay $12 for something. But but um Gilbert Gottfried passed away this week, which made me very, very sad. He was somebody
Mhm.
that I really admired and thought was brilliant and hilarious. So I'm going to end the night with one of my favorite jokes that I actually just heard him tell yesterday when I was listening to a audio thing. So, man, Michelle, you ready? I want to make sure you're ready first.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, a man walks into it. This isn't a totally filthy joke. This is just a really one of my favorites. So, a man walks into a bar and he's getting shit faced. He's just drinking and drinking and drinking. And eventually he gets so drunk he vomits on himself, like on his shirt. And after he's like, "Oh God, why did I? Oh God, why did I do this? My wife is gonna kill me." And the bartender's like, "What's the matter?" And he's like, "Oh God, if my wife finds out that I spent tonight at the bar and got so drunk I threw up on myself, she's gonna divorce me. She's gonna beat the shit out of me. She's gonna kill me." And the bartender's like, "All right, buddy, I got you covered. Here's what you do, okay?" He's like, "Oh God, what?" He says, "Take out your wallet, okay?" He's like, "Do you have a $20 bill in there?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, take the $20 bill out of your wallet, put it in your shirt pocket. Now, when you get home, you tell your wife, "Oh, hey, honey, I was at the bar having a couple of drinks with my friends, and some drunk guy like was drunk off his ass. He just threw up all over my shirt, but he felt so bad he gave me a 20 to get it cleaned." And the drunk guy's like, "Oh, you think that'll work?" And the guy's like, "It works every time for everybody else in this bar." And he's like, "Oh, you're a lifesaver." So later that night, he gets home and his wife sees him with his vomit all over his shirt. And she goes, "Well, I see you had a bit too much to drink tonight." And he goes, "It's not true, honey. Because you see this $20 bill in my pocket is because another guy was getting really drunk and he threw up on my shirt, but he gave me $20 to get it dry clean." And his wife takes the money from him and goes, "These are 2 20s." He's like, "Oh yeah, he also shit in my pants." So that's the note I'm going to leave this on. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for all of your positivity and your stories and your opinions. You guys are awesome. We'll be back next week around about Freddie Morris said, "Ha ha ha ha." I'll take it. We'll be back around 2:00 next week, right wherever you're watching this, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. So, and we're getting LeMayo from Ray Mattis. So until then, we're going to take off. Michelle, you got this.
Thanks.
No, I meant you got the final word.
Oh, no. Fuck. No. I don't want to.
Okay, fine. See you